In that final, in Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, how well did he play? But we remember the last drive. We remember those drives in which Tom Brady didn't play particularly well, but he ends up getting a touchdown or putting his team in field goal range.
I realize I have the ball down 4 with an opportunity to score with enough time, plenty of time. That's all I can ask for.
Now, Cowboy Nation, that was your quarterback, Rain Dakota Prescott. He ain't Dak today. We're going to put some respect on his whole name. We're going to call him Dakota because he came through the coldest in the clutch. Yeah, that's right. Now, I know all the media last night, the game ended way over in the wee hours of the morning. The media had already had their types up. The reports wrote it. Dak chokes. A lot of our own fan base was waiting on this dude to choke and fail. I seen it. I watched it. I seen it. Our own fan base was talking last night and just dogging this dude. They just want him to fail. But you got to wait another week because when the game was on the line, he came through in the clutch. Now, y'all know what the media going to do today. They going to come through and try to downplay the victory and talk about this and talk about that. The game ball to me goes to the defense, but I'm talking about Dak Prescott because he's going to take most of the blame no matter how we lose. So this day right here, we're going to address some of them media covers. Now, check out this hate. Check this out.
We obviously watch different games, me than you two. Stephen A. hits the point. The fumble is everything. If not for that fumble, we're talking about this team scoring 13 points. If not for that fumble, we're saying 4 turnovers, 3 of them in scoring position. This was not an impressive performance. This game was more about a bad offense getting bailed out by a bad offense. Dallas's offense getting bailed out by Pittsburgh's offense. You know, the turnovers and the turnovers and the giveaways. Shannon, with all due respect, to say this was Manning, Brady, and Mahomes-esque is absolutely outrageous.
Last drive.
It was
the drive.
Don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense. The hating got to stop. I'm sorry to say this, and I know a lot of people are not going to like it, but that was Patrick, Brady, and Mahomes-esque. It was. Matter of fact, Dan, let me throw your fanboy in there, Josh Allen. What would have happened if Josh Allen had 2 interceptions, 1 fumble, but he led the game-winning drive to win the game? Dan Orlovsky would have brought his ass right on national TV the next day and say Josh Allen won the game. But since it's Dak Prescott, the goalpost moves. Let me tell y'all something. When we got the ball back and needed a touchdown, I hit my homeboy and told him, man, bet me 50 we win this game. And he was a smart man because he wouldn't do it. I have that much faith in Dak Prescott. Yeah, he had a bad game. I admit that. I can't even say he had a bad game if you look at his stats, or was he stat padding? Keep going, Dan.
Drive was a nice third down conversion of Ferguson, a nice screen. It was a 4th and goal. It wasn't like this unbelievable. This was more about Pittsburgh's defense as well, having some blown coverage. Guys, they had 6 points. They had 6 points with like 17 minutes to go in this football game. This was not a good offensive performance. Again, some throws by Dak Prescott were good, but to sit there and say that we got to give a ton of credit and that he and the offense were great at the end is so extreme, and we've seen 2-minute drives be great. It was good. It was solid. It took a 4th and goal conversion after a 3rd and goal miss that leads to a win. The play of the game is no question the details of Dak Prescott following that fumble.
That kind of take right there, it was us as fans and a lot of people around the world make us believe that these ESPN and these other networks is scripted. How can you not say that was an elite game-winning drive? Like we was playing against a tomato can. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? They do have Watt over there on the other side of the ball, right? They do that. They did, right? He did get his 100th sack of his career, right? Was this a tomato can defense? This dude, Dak Prescott, put up 350-something yards against an elite defense. What y'all gonna say? Oh, it was a tomato can. This wasn't Cleveland. This wasn't the Giants. This wasn't them. So what y'all gonna say? Or was he stat padding? Was those 350-something yards when we were down, or was he stat padding? This dude led a game-winning drive. It wasn't like we was on the 30-yard line. It wasn't like we can bring Aubrey in here to kick a field goal and tie the game or win the game with a field goal. We had to march damn near the whole field. 3rd down conversions. Money on the line. He done threw 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. He's supposed to crumble under the bright lights. Ain't that what y'all say? Under the bright lights. National news, national football, everybody watching. He's supposed to crumble. Nah, he didn't crumble. He picked himself up, man. Let's go win this game. Let's go win this game, man. And that's what happened. But enough of all this hate, man. Let's talk about some positivity. Check this out.
Yeah, Stephen A., you're right. He turned the ball over. But I've always said this, the mark of any great team, offense or defense, can you get done when what you need to get done when you absolutely positively have to. Dak Prescott needed a touchdown. And on that final drive, he was exemplary. And that is the difference between winning and losing a lot of games. The games are going to come down to plays, or play here or play there, a moment here or a moment there. And when Dak needed to be great, he was great. Yeah, that was a horrible interception. I don't know what was going on with he and CD. Maybe he was thinking back shoulder, CD was thinking something else. And that was a horrible turnover. He had another turnover to Joey Porter Jr., though, and he overshot the I think that was Tolbert, that he overshot. But on that final drive, Stephen A., that was Brady. That was Peyton Manning. That was Mahomes-esque because he had to get it. Can you imagine what it would have been like in Dallas? The sky would have been falling. You fall to what? What is that, 1-3? And you're, 3 games behind the Washington Commanders? That would have been bad. Give Dak his credit because we beat him up when he plays bad. And granted, now he wasn't going against a great quarterback on the other side. So as long as he didn't turn it over, and he liked to cost them with those turnovers, Stephen A. And Dan, I think you'll attest to that. He almost cost him the game because that is an offense that is very putrid. They don't run the football particularly well. Justin Fields don't throw it down the field particularly well. And so he almost put them in harm's way. But when he needed play after play, think about that last drive. It was like 12, 13, 14 plays, Stephen A. They took 6, 7 minutes off the clock. Dak was great when he needed to be great. Let's give him his credit today. He did what he needed to do, and I'm proud of him.
That's right, Shay. And I'm proud of him, too. Now, I'm going to put the link to that video in the description box because Dan Orlowski did a whole lot more hating. But I ain't got time to get into all that because I got to go to work. But if I had more time, our charcoal flame broke his ass for all that hating he was doing. But we going to keep this video on positivity. Y'all heard Shay Sharpe. Y'all heard Shay Sharpe. When he needed to have it, when he needed to get it done, he came through in the clutch. That's what Brady do. That's what Mahomes do. That's what Josh Allen do. Yeah, I'm not saying Dak Prescott is any one of those quarterbacks. I'm not saying that. But when they have to have it, money on the line, the whole world is watching. Your own fan base waiting on you to fail. You got it done against an elite defense. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't care what the score was and we should have scored more points. We didn't. Now, I watched Joe Burrow throw an interception yesterday that lost him the game. But Dak Prescott, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. He could have folded like a cheap tent, but he didn't. He put his helmet back on. Hey, man, let's go win this game. And that's what happened when your own fan base against you. Your own fan base is live, just talking crazy in the chat, waiting on you to fail, collecting super chats, dogging you. Came through in the clutch. And I think we should give credit where credit is due. If you're going to flame the dude when he do bad, give him his praise when he do good. Now, again, I think this was a defensive game. But like I said, Dak Prescott is going to take most of the blame. So I'm making this video, contributing this video to him and that game-winning drive. Win in Pittsburgh. We wasn't at home. We wasn't at the crib. We went into Pittsburgh against what? An elite defender. Give that man his props. And until the next one, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Man, and jump in that comment section. Talk to me. I talk back. Peace.